welcome everybody to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will begin with our first participant, which is Felicia Chan from Malaysia. Felicia, you haven't unmuted yet.
Good evening, Ajaan. I'm very happy. My practice is very good. I don't have question at the moment. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay. We'll go to Titima. Titima, where are you from?
Namaskar, Ajaan. I'm from Don Mueang, Bangkok, Thailand.
Okay. Do you have any question?
Today I have nothing, but I practice my meditation every day.
Good. Mindfulness all the time. Okay.
Thank you.
Practice mindfulness, sati all the time. Okay. I'll go to Alvin Lee from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajaan. I have got any question as well. Just listening. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, Jordan from Toronto. You're in early today.
Yes, I'm trying not to be late this time. Nice to see you, Ajaan. I have one question. I'm wondering if I can work with a Subha practice to get through the sexual desire that comes up. Normally, I'm just working towards samadhi, and I'm wondering if I can use something like a Subha just to get through strong desire that comes up, so it's not taking over my mind.
Yes, it depends on how long you can keep up with your contemplation or your perception of a Subha. So you might have to practice, because if you do it when you have sexual desire, you might find it difficult to bring it up. So when your mind is normal right now, and you haven't yet have any sexual desire, it's a good time to do your homework.
Okay.
Look at Asubha pictures or think of Asubha pictures, images, so it stays in your mind. So that when you have any sexual desire, if you can reflect on these Asubha images, it can suppress or reduce your sexual desire.
Okay, thank you very much.
So it's not a practice. You have to do the homework. If you don't, when you have sexual desire, you won't be able to call up these Asubha images to counter your sexual desire.
So could that mean looking at photos of maybe the body and stages of decomposition? Okay.
The anatomy of the body.
Okay.
But you have to first you look at the images, the pictures, but eventually you want to bring it inside your mind, so that if you have some problem, if you have any sexual desire, you can't go look for a book to look at. Sometimes it might be too late. But if
Okay.
you have it in your mind, you can recall right away.
Mm.
So the goal is to bring the super images into your memory until you can call it anytime you want, anytime you feel you need to think of the super images, they will come up right away.
Mm. Thank you. I was looking at some Asubha images when I was still in Thailand, and I felt like because I was meditating a lot, they really stuck with me for about a month, very strongly. And every time a kind of sexual desire would come up, those images would come to my mind, and they would, the desire would just sort of disappear. Yeah. So I guess it's worn off now, and I need to do my homework.
Refresh your memory. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you don't constantly reflecting, it can disappear or it goes into the back burner, because your mind will bring in new images every day. Every day when you do things, you have new images coming into your mind, and the images of Asubha might be pushed back, so it might be hard for you to recall. So you have to keep it, bring it back into the front burner, so to say.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
So at least you should do it every day, maybe 3 or 4 times a day. Morning, for breakfast and for lunch and dinner.
I will do that. Thank you.
Before going to bed.
Yeah. So I think I need that.
If you like, you can, whenever you're free and you feel that you want to take control of your sexual desire, then you want to be constantly thinking of these super images.
Okay.
Okay.
And in the rest of the time, I'll work on to attain samadhi.
Yeah. You can do this alternatingly. When you do samadhi, you don't do contemplation. You focus on your breath to calm your mind. But after you come out of your meditation, then you can use the super contemplation.
Okay.
Sometimes your mind will resist. Your defilement doesn't like super images. And sometimes you might find it difficult to bring it up. Sometimes you have to force it to bring it up. Force it to think of this unpleasant images of the body. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, I think that will be more. The desire is so unpleasant, so I think it would be less unpleasant to contemplate the Asubha, because really it's actually brings me to a peaceful place.
It will be easier if you do it after you come out of meditation, because your mind more or less have calmed down and have reduced the amount of defilements in your mind. So you won't have much hindrance in trying to reflect on these images.
Okay.
So, but any time of the day is good if you want to master these images into your mind. You should try to think of it as much as possible. Think of them as much as possible until you become second nature, be embedded in your mind. Then you can, anytime you recall, they will come up right away.
Okay, thank you so much, Ajaan.
So far, how are you doing with your life? Are you back to working, earning money, or you still?
I'm looking for a job right now, and I'm staying with my dad.
I see.
And things are going well. Yeah, trying to keep up the eight precepts as much as possible, and I find that really makes it possible to keep up my meditation practice.
You should help him with the housework, Yeah. Like when you live in a temple, you help with the temple work. So when you live in the house, consider his farm like the monastery that you used to live, and try to help the work around the house.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Okay. All right, I'll go to Singapore now, to Kok Seng. Kok Seng.
Yeah. Good evening, Ajaan. Yeah. Tonight, please allow me to ask the paragraph 2 of the Dhammatalk Sutra. Please allow me to read the translation. And what is the middle way realized by the Tathagata that producing vision, producing knowledge leads to calm, to direct knowledge, to self-awakening, to unbinding? Precisely this noble eightfold path, right view, right resolve, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. This is the middle way realized by the Tathagata, that producing vision, producing knowledge leads to calm, to direct knowledge, to self-awakening, to unbinding.
Okay, what is that to ask? It's quite clear, quite obvious already.
Yeah. So, Ajaan, I still do not quite understand what is meant by producing vision, producing knowledge. The middle way realized by the Tathagata.
The vision of the Four Noble Truths, the vision of the three characteristics of existence, the vision of Asuka, all these are the vision that you need to become enlightened, to get rid of your dukkha.
Okay. And then producing knowledge.
Same thing, just knowledge.
Because my understanding of vision is something like something that we aim for, something that we aspire to, something like a goal. So I'm not so sure whether does it applies to this context here.
Yeah, the knowledge of the Four Noble Truths, the knowledge of three characteristics of existence. These are knowledges. Their vision, their knowledge, they're not the same thing.
Producing. Then why the verb in front, producing vision? What is meant by producing here?
Creating, producing, bringing it up, bring it out. Right now you don't have the vision, but as you practice the Noble Eightfold Path, then you will bring this vision out.
Okay. Meaning that our mind will produce this vision, our mind will produce this knowledge.
You will see the Four Noble Truths, you'll see the three characteristics of existence. That's in your mind. Right now you don't see it because of your delusion, blocking this truth, preventing you from seeing the truth.
And then the second part, this is the middle way realized by the Tathagata that producing vision, producing not leads to calm, to direct knowledge. So direct knowledge here refers to the direct knowledge. What would that mean?
Just practice, okay? I don't want to go into all this, because you'll forget it tomorrow after I said it. Go practice. Okay, go practice the Noble Eightfold Path, and you'll get all these things.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all, Ajaan. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go to Professor Kenneth from Bio, Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Ajaan. I just wanted to mention, maybe for Jordan, a few weeks ago we discussed the Asupa practice quite a lot, and there was a reference to Lungta Mahabua's Asupa book, which can be downloaded from the website, so that might be useful.
Okay, someone has the link to it. You can send it to him in the chat.
Yeah. So I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Was a lot of discussion on that.
Yeah. I think
class
Philip was
day.
the one who,
Philip sent the link. I think it's lungta.eu.
Yeah, lungta.eu books.
Then you can download the PDF. Yeah.
But the book's in Thai, but the images are universal.
Yeah. So these are very useful images.
Good. Because it's hard to find. Yeah. Amazing how wide-reaching the internet is, but it's hard to find the super images from the internet.
Yeah, a lot of things are censored, so you don't see you don't see the reality.
Or nobody posts them either. Nobody likes to post these images.
Otherwise, you get banned from whatever Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was all I wanted to say, Thanajan. No questions right now.
It tells us what the world is really like. It's a world of delusion.
Yeah.
A world that doesn't want to see the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You have any question tonight?
No question just now, Thanajan. Just that comment.
Are you still on holiday, vacation?
We have the semester vacation now, so there's no teaching, but just working a little bit. And
this is what 2 or 3 months vacation.
Yeah, it's about 3 months, but I'm just starting a sabbatical now, so I'm free until next February, actually.
6 months.
6 months, yeah. Okay. 6 months, just a bit more than 6 months. Yeah.
Right. So you just plan to do nothing, right?
I'm planning to do as little as possible.
Only do the essential.
Do what I have to do. Yeah. But I'm not committed to teaching or meetings or things like that. So it's very good.
Good. Try to stop your mind from working. Keep it still, and you'll find peace and happiness.
I'm slowing down quickly.
But it's quite hard. Your mind is like a runaway train, and you need to look for the brake.
Yeah, I can stop quite quickly. I know where the brake pedal is now. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Thanajan.
You don't have much time left now, so you have to hurry up. We all don't have much time because we don't know when we will have our last breath. It could be any day. So do what you have to do now before it's too late. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Go to Malaysia, Kwan Lee Man.
Ajaan, see Ajaan next Monday after the Dhammatalk.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity to practice again in there. So I don't have any question.
Okay, good. Just listen then. We'll go to Trevor, Jordan's father in Toronto.
Good morning, Ajaan. I'm actually I've abandoned Jordan, and I too am on a sabbatical, and I've been back and forth to Toronto, but at the moment I've left and left Jordan to the peace and quiet to get on with his practice, and I'm out on the East Coast in Nova Scotia. Just arrived yesterday. It's a long drive, and now I'm trying to get a boat in the water to do some sailing, and which I find very peaceful. Getting away from the hubbub of the mainland and just going to a quiet cove and sleeping at anchor with the boat rocking gently and the sounds of the birds and the loons and just getting away from everything. I'm really looking forward to that. But right now it's the boat is sitting in a parking lot and covered with dust, and it's a lot of work getting it ready. So I've got the hard part ahead of me, but I just thought I would listen in today, and I don't have any burning questions, but thank you for being there today and for guiding us.
Yeah, you're welcome. But you can get the same thing with meditation. Yeah, you don't need a board. You don't need anything. You just need to sit down and focus your mind on your breath. That's all. And your mind can go inside and then leave the world behind temporarily. It's much easier than what you're trying to do. You have to drive so many miles to get to the coast, and you have to get the boat ready, and you have to wait for the right time when the weather is good.
You're absolutely right. Then I've had this plan in my mind for so long, and you know, your words are you know, penetrating slowly into my mind, and I'm trying to see that is the more sensible path. Really, this is all a delusion, and I'm in the grips of it. But
you should try meditate, maybe just 5 minutes. You know, try to just do it 5 minutes as a starter, and then you might be able to increase your meditation time, or else you'll never get started. Let's do 5 minutes of watching your breath or reciting the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Try to do that.
I must bring it into make it a daily practice.
Yeah, especially maybe early in the morning after you get up, and maybe before you go to bed.
That's.
And somewhere in between, also during the daytime, whenever you can, just give yourself 5 minutes or 10 minutes of meditation.
Yes.
It can get you started.
Yes. Jordan has been making a strong effort to have me do that, and we do that whenever he comes home. But then when I'm away and he's away, I slip back into my old habits.
Yes, you need a coach. You need someone to coach
he's
you.
a good
Anyway, just a recommendation.
Thank you, Ajaan.
I hope you learn from what we discussed here.
I hope to report back with my progress next week.
Okay, good. Is that all? Right.
That's all. Thank you.
All right. We'll go to Malaysia, to Philip.
Good evening, Ajaan. I hope you are well, doing well. I don't have any questions tonight. Glad to be listening in.
Okay. We'll go to Germany then. Claudia.
Good afternoon from Germany, Tanacham. No questions today. I'm glad to be here to listen to your teachings.
Okay. Have you moved yet to Switzerland?
Not yet. We will get the key to our apartment in Basel in September, and then we will start step by step. And the big move will be in October.
October, when you move everything.
Excuse me, please?
In October, you'll move everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Right now, you just do your partial moving. Go back and forth.
Yeah, we will go back and forth in September. So what I did now is that I reduced my working hours and I work only half time. I had 60 hours. I don't know the word in English, but I had 60 hours too much. So I worked more than I had to do. And now I reduced my work at school to work only in the morning, not in the afternoon anymore.
Okay. Once you move to Switzerland, you won't be working anymore.
I would like to work 20 hours.
I see.
But not more than 20 hours. And I would like to work at a school again because I like to do social work and support children who need support.
And there's a school where you're going to?
I will take support from the Swiss Agency for Work. I already had a talk with them, and they told me that as soon as we have the permission to stay, they can assist me to find a job, hopefully at school or at another place for social work.
Okay. So you don't want to retire?
Not yet, but I want to reduce. I really want to reduce my working hours, and of course, I'm looking forward to take the time I don't need to work for meditation and to go to the Dhammatalk monastery in the mountains, reading more books, doing more translation work. Yeah.
Yeah, Dhamma is more important. Dhamma work is more important than any other work.
Yes. And this is what I'm looking forward to, because this is a chance I don't have here in Germany. I will have it better in Switzerland, I think.
Okay, good. Yeah. You have no question tonight?
Not at the moment, thank you.
Okay. We'll go to Malaysia. Call 5 in.
Good day to you, Ajaan. I have no question for today.
Okay,
Thank
Singapore. Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. I do not have any questions either today. Just happy to be listening in. Thank you.
Okay, Belinda also from Singapore.
Ajaan, I have a question follow up to what you have advised Jordan about kilesa. Sometimes we have to force through the kilesa. Do we try it and then we let ourselves experience when we need to back off? It just has to be experience, or are they signs where we know we should back off? Or is something that we have to find out by ourselves? Is that Ajaan?
Well, when you practice, you'll find that it's your defilement that is keep obstructing your practice, your Dhamma practice. Because your defilement or kilesa likes to go the other way, opposite of the Dhamma way. So you just have to keep pushing your defilement. Don't let it push you. Push the defilement back. Don't let the defilement push you back. By mindfulness. Mindfulness is a very good tool, because if you can stop thinking, then your defilement cannot do anything. Your defilement needs you to think first before it can then direct the thoughts to the things that the defilement like to do.
I meditated for like 45 minutes, and then it just get bounced out. Like it was like a reflex, just got thrown out. If I'm going to describe like you got thrown out from the boxing ring.
Yeah.
So
you can switch to walking meditation. Try to do as much walking, sitting meditation as possible. This is the only way to move forward, really. If you don't do it, you'll still be here in the same way you are, where you were before. You just have to keep pushing your defilement with the practice of walking and sitting meditation, and being mindful all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Okay.
If I'm aware of the kilesa, if it's so strong, and I just try to be aware and just know that it's there.
Not good enough.
It's not good enough.
Being aware means the fire already started.
Yes, burning.
It's better not to get the fire started. It's not to be aware, not to have the defilement appearing. That's better. And defilement cannot appear if you have mindfulness. If you have Buddha, if you keep watching what you're doing, focus on what you do, then it's hard for your defilement to come out. And if you don't use Buddha or focus, then your defilement will come out, and you cannot do anything once the fire got started. It's very hard to stop it. So if you know, as soon as the defilement arises, then you should start using mindfulness right away. Not just watch. Because the more you watch the fire grow bigger and bigger, the defilement become bigger and bigger. So you have to start it with mindfulness. Buddha. Okay.
I'll try again, Ajahn.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ubeka, Alfredo.
Hi, Bante.
Sadhu.
The sound is a little low.
Now, my sound?
Yes.
Good sound, clear?
Clear, but loud.
Well, it's good, isn't it? You can turn down the volume. Maybe you turn it too loud.
Here is the max sound.
Maximum. Okay, you can reduce the volume down. It was too loud for you.
Oh, it's okay. Good to hear. Bante.
Yes.
About Paticca Samuppada, Upeka is outside of Paticca Samuppada, né, Bante? Or no?
Ubeka is not in this process, but it is. It is just tracing the path of the defilement. So this is not about Ubeka. It's just telling how the defilement works. Using your thought sankhara, going to vijnana, going to the ayatana, the eyes, to the images, and then to feelings, and then to desire or craving, and then to being, and to birth, aging, sickness, and death. So this is the path of the defilement. The Buddha explaining this so that we can see how the defilement works.
Yes.
So you need to use mindfulness to stop your sankhara, your thoughts. When sankhara stops, then it doesn't go to vijnana, it doesn't go to the sensual organs or the sensual objects, and there will be no feelings. And there's no feeling, then there will be no craving, no being, and no birth, no birth, aging, sickness, and death. So you have to stop at sankhara with Dhamma. Right now, your mind is directed by avijja, ignorance. which keep telling Sankhara to go after sensual objects. Now you want to do the opposite. You use Dhamma. Dhamma says stop going after sensual objects. Meditate. Meditate. Stay inside. Don't go out. Don't go to this sensual objects, sensual organs. Then there will be no feeling and cravings, and no birth, no rebirth, no aging, sickness, and death.
Yes.
Understand?
The knowing.
Yeah.
The knowing appear.
Yeah, you have to meditate to stop sankhara.
Yes.
Stop sankhara, stop vinyana, stop the vinyana from connecting to the body, the eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body. When it's not connected, then it doesn't receive any sensual objects. And when there's no sensual objects, then there are no feelings. When there are no feelings, then there are no cravings. No being, no attachment, no being, and no birth.
No bhava.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. So what we have to do is establish knowledge, Dhamma, mindfulness and knowledge, wisdom. We need to see Four Noble Truths. We need to see the three characteristics of existence.
Yes.
Then we can start the paticca samuppada bhava. Stop this chain reaction.
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very clear. Pratica samuppada is a
chain reaction.
Big, yes.
Ignited by avijja, ignorant.
Yes. Yes.
So you have to start it with Dhamma, with knowledge and wisdom and mindfulness and samadhi.
Yes. To enlightenment. To goes to enlightenment.
Okay.
Okay, Bante.
All right.
Here is holiday too, Bante. July.
July holiday. Summer, winter holiday. It's winter for you right now.
Yes, very winter.
Is it cold? You have any snow?
No.
No snow.
No. Fresh.
Okay.
Only rain, but fresh.
Fresh. Okay.
Yes. You a calm life, Bante, is looks like a monk life, né? It looks like a practical life. A calm life is good to practice, né, Bante? A calm life is
true happiness. Peace and calm is true happiness.
No problems, né, Bante?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
You don't have to do anything. You have contentment when your mind is calm and peaceful. You don't need to have anything.
Yes.
This is the best way to be happy. You don't need to spend money. You don't have to look for money because you don't spend money. You just meditate.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Bante.
All right. Good to see you.
See you too.
All right. Yenso from Penang.
Ajaan. Yeah, good evening. No question, Ajaan.
All right. Christine also from Penang. Christine Koye.
Good evening, Ajaan. I have no question. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Sumchai from Pennsylvania. Sumchai.
Okay. Good evening, Captain Ajaan. I've been absent like a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks or so, and let's say I try to go with somebody else thing. I thought thought be all right, but eventually I figured out that without Putto, without follow master, it's nothing work out nice. So I try to go and talk to, and I mean, follow somebody out without Dharma. So that's a bad way to do. And so it's not much. I still quite a bit off and on, and about 8 perception. I think 5, I do all right about that so far. And one thing is I try to ask about that is it's what was that? Because right now it's media. I try to say that is as a number 1, number 2. Number 4 is misconduct.
Sexual misconduct.
Yes.
Like adultery. If you have a wife, you shouldn't go have somebody else.
No, I didn't mean like that. I mean, it's international. It's thing is just follow somebody. Look like a fun, but I don't think that gonna be nice to do. So I better go back to Ajaan Suchart said, Utto and meditate and try to do that. So I think I quit. I come back to that. It's not the way it's supposed to be. So that's the way I'm thinking.
Okay. You don't drink anymore. Do you still drink?
Last July, yes, I do. Yes, I have. It's one. It's a thinking. When I put my hand up, I think it's a 4%. It won't matter 4 or 2 or 1% on that. It's still alcohol. So I break that. But not often. Like it's the last couple of weeks. It's pretty. July 4th, like independent in US. So everybody have to show off about that. So I just kind of thinking about that. And
you can celebrate by drinking orange juice. You don't have to.
Well, it's only kid the bottle, so it's a kind of look like well, so yeah, it only kid come with juice, only kid like.
So what? It's safer than drinking alcohol. Alcohol can make you drunk.
Yes,
orange juice is much more beneficial than alcohol to your body.
Tanpa Ajaan know about this, what I did. Okay, because I talked to, I think it's about 3 to 4 o'clock midnight. I usually can't sleep too well. Then I'm thinking about all the time. I said, I saw on Sunday, Tanpa Ajaan went to the bus. Then I remember, I said, you better go see Tanpa Ajaan on this week. So that's why I come to apologize and forgive about what I did too. So okay. I gonna
try to keep the 5 precepts.
Okay.
Don't worry about the 8 precepts. I'll do the 5 precepts first.
Oh, I back down. No, the 6 is entertainment. Entertainment also. Yeah. I get that little bit too on that, but that's,
no entertainment. If you keep the 8 precept, the 7th precept is not to indulge in any form of entertainment.
And I still sleep on the mat on the floor, a little small piece that I still try to do. Yes, but 5. Okay, I got it. I thank you so much. I gonna.
All right, good to see you, Somchai.
Thank you so much.
I'll go to Sweden, Czech, from Vancouver.
Ajaan.
Hello, Ajaan.
Greetings. How are you?
Doing well, thank you, Ajaan.
Yeah.
I don't. You said the Buddha never goes to Supreme Court for Noble Eightfold Path. Last week, the one is Last week was really good. I thought there was some awesome teaching.
Yeah, the Noble Eightfold Path is unchanging regardless of time, agariko. It's applicable through every time, era. Wherever there's human being who needs liberation from suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path is the path to liberation, to freedom, to real freedom, freedom from suffering. Not freedom to drink, not freedom to commit adultery, free sex, and so forth. Those are not freedom from suffering. Those are bondage there. But people's delusion think that to be free to do anything they want to will make them happy. And in fact, it makes them suffer more. They might be happy when they first do it, but then the consequence of what they did can be very harmful to them. Like drinking, drugs, people think it's fun to drink, to take drugs, to have free sex. But look at the consequence to their life. A lot of these people don't last for long. They die young, overdose. But they don't see this. They don't see the effect, the long-term effect. They don't see the short-term effect. Having fun, getting rid of your problem or your stress by drinking, by taking drugs. But you're actually creating more stress without knowing it because you become addicted. And when your body can no longer take them, and if you still continue to take them, then your body will die. But this is not freedom. This is putting yourself into the fire. Throw yourself into the fire. Not getting out of the fire. The way to get out of the fire is the Noble Eightfold Path. If you can keep the Eightfold Path, there will be no fire in your heart, in your mind. Your mind will be calm, peaceful, and happy, blissful. If you don't have the Eightfold Path, your heart or your mind will be burning all the time, constantly burning. Burning with the fire of hatred, the fire of greed, the fire of delusion. That's the fire sermon that Buddha gave, the fire discourse. What you see, what you hear, what you touch, what you taste, what you smell, they are all like fire. They can burn your mind. Because when you come into contact with them, it's your defilement that causes the mind to become hot, to become heated, to be on fire. So you have to abstain, restrain yourself or your mind from going after these sensual objects. And seek instead the peace and calm of meditation. Any question?
The fire is the addiction, like when we are addicted, the fire.
No, your defilement is the one that creates the fire. As soon as you want something, you cannot be still, right? If you want something, you have to go after it.
Yeah.
And when you get it and you lose it, then you also become sad again. or get angry if someone steals it from you.
Yeah.
So these are not good things to go after. Can only create your mind to become heated, to become hot, to become stressful. It's better to have nothing. Then nothing can cause you. When there's nothing, then the defilement cannot do anything, cannot go after nothing, right? And there will be no greed for nothing. And you won't lose nothing, because nothing cannot be lost. When you got nothing, then you got nothing to lose. But when you have something, you will lose something. When you lose something, you feel sad.
Yeah.
You feel angry.
Yeah.
So don't have anything to make you happy. Try to have meditation. Use meditation to make you happy. Because you don't need anything except your own mental faculty, mindfulness. All right. Anything? No question tonight?
Ajaan, I'd like to know about the awareness of our body movement. When we meditate is when we sit down, we meditate, right?
When you meditate, you watch the movement of your breath instead of your body. You watch the breath.
Yeah, but normal activities like when we go out to work,
everything you do, you have to be focused on that. Those activities: walking, standing, sitting, drinking water, turning your face, your head to the left, turning your head to the right. Whatever, every movement of your body, you must be there with it, not be somewhere else. Normally you walk and then you might be somewhere else, right? Thinking about someone else. This is not mindfulness. Mindfulness is to stick with your body. Pair yourself to the body, with the body. You want to restrain your mind from going all over the place. Normally your mind doesn't like to stay put, right? The body is here, but the mind could be anywhere, back in Malaysia, or back to the future, or to the past. Your mind can be all over. That's why it's very hard to meditate, to make it calm, because the mind doesn't want us to be still. The mind wants to run around. So you need mindfulness to stop it from running all over the place. And when you can do that, then when you meditate, you'll find it easy to watch your breath. Some people find it hard to meditate because the mind is not calm enough or concentrated enough to focus on the breath. The mind keeps running away to think about something else. So there is a struggle between the mindfulness and the defilement and the mind. And that's why people feel stressful when they meditate. So it means they don't have enough mindfulness yet to meditate. This is actually a question submitted by email tonight. One person asked that sitting in meditation, find not comfortable, feeling unease, and feeling bad after meditation. That's because they don't have enough mindfulness yet to focus on the breath. But the solution is try to be mindful all the time before you meditate, before you come to meditation. And when you meditate and you still find that you cannot focus on your breath, then you do some mental chanting first. Do some chanting. This can bring up more mindfulness and make your mind to become more concentrated, more focused. And after if you feel calm enough, then you can watch the breath. and there won't be any struggle between your mind and mindfulness. Okay, so practice mindfulness when you're not meditating.
Yeah.
And when you're meditating, you also practice mindfulness. Mindfulness of your breathing or mindfulness of your mantra. So mindfulness all day, all the time. This is the key to your success in meditation. Without mindfulness, you won't get anywhere.
So, Tanajan, when we talk to people, we also be mindful, talk to people, and then...
Yeah, you have to be with what you do. When you're talking, you stay with your talking. You don't think about something else when you talk. That's why people fail in communication. They talk, but their mind somewhere else, and they keep arguing.
You made a good point. People fail in communication because they don't listen.
Sometimes instead of listening to what the person has to say to you, you keep thinking about what they should be saying to you instead. And when they don't do that, then you get angry.
But Tanajan, let's say if those people like say kind of something or negative, like so we also be mindful and how not to be affected by this like other people's negative like.
It depends on how much calm you have, how much calm you have. Or you can, or else you have to set yourself down low, treat yourself, think of yourself as the servant, and you listen, the talker is your master. Then you can take whatever the person will say to you. But if you think on equal terms, then you can retaliate. When somebody says something that you don't like, you will retaliate when you don't like. But if you think that you're just a servant and you're listening to your master, your boss, then you stay calm and just keep listening. Even whatever he say might not be what you like, you don't like, but you don't react because you know it's not your position to react. Your position is just to listen. This is the one way. This is a technique of getting along with people. If you treat yourself as a servant, but if you treat yourself as the boss, you'll find very difficult to live with other people. Because nobody wants to have a boss. Everybody wants to have a servant.
Or sometimes when people talk to us and they cannot stop, and I just
don't know how to excuse yourself.
Yeah, I don't know how to excuse.
You have to go to the bathroom. You have to go to the bathroom.
I just blank out and then so my mindfulness, I don't know where to go.
This time you have to go to the bathroom.
Such a practical advice.
Yeah, I make sure that there's a washroom there, so next time I get on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because if I keep Budo and then I'm not listening to people, but if I listen to people, there are a lot of some people cannot stop.
Better tell yourself that you are the servant and the person you're talking to is your boss. Then you can take whatever he says to you. Treat your wife as your boss. You will live happily. Don't be her boss.
Train the mindfulness, listening.
Role playing better. Role playing. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Go to Wales now, to Diana.
Greetings, Tanajan. I was thinking about right view. I wondered if you could talk about that a little bit.
Four Noble Truth is right view. Four Noble Truth is right view. Your stress is caused by your craving, nothing else. Don't blame other people for your stress, your unhappiness. They all come from your cravings. Or you want something, and when you cannot get what you want, you feel bad, you feel terrible. But sometimes you blame other people for your feelings bad.
Mm.
You want a raise and you don't get a raise, you get mad at your boss.
Mm.
You don't blame yourself, you blame the boss for not giving you the raise you want. But it's your want that caused you to. If you didn't want any raise, if you didn't want to get a raise, then there would be any anger or any disappointment, right?
We want to be treated how we want to be treated.
Yeah. You just have Okay, go ahead.
What about discernment? Because we can have discernment of others' actions, can't we?
Yes, we have to look at every action as a natural phenomenon, not under your control. Whatever people say or do, think of it like raining or snowing.
Mm.
You can't stop them. Let them be, let them talk, let them do whatever they want to do. Just like letting the snow fall and let the rain fall. Everything are natural phenomena, but we don't treat it that way, that's all. We treat them as human. So with human, we think we can reason with them, talk to them, but we cannot try to reason with somebody. How hard it is, right?
Mm. It's hard.
The Buddha said everything is natural phenomena, anatta. The meaning anatta means natural phenomenon.
Mm.
But we don't want to look at that, and we want to look at them as person, someone we can deal with.
Mm.
Sometimes we can deal with them, but not all the time.
Mm. Mm.
So better to look at them as natural phenomena. Then you don't have to deal with them. Just let them be. That's all. Why try to deal with them in the first place? Why bother?
Mm. Mm.
It's like seeing a banana. Don't try to change it into apple. Bananas are bananas. Apples are apples. You cannot change them. People are like that. Good people are good people. Bad people are bad people. Neutral people are neutral people. You just have to take them as they come, let them, and try to change them the way you want them to be.
Mm.
We're creating stress by our desire to change people and to change things.
Mm.
Instead of trying to flow along with them, go along with them, flow with the wind, blow with the wind. You know?
Mm.
Like the song, Blowing in the Wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Who sang that? I can't remember.
Many folks in it.
I'll look it up. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Try to look at everything as natural phenomena. Even yourself, your own body, your mind, they are natural phenomena. You cannot always control them, right? Can you control your body? Can you control your mind? You cannot. So just let it be, then you won't have any stress.
Mm. That's true. Because we judge ourselves as well, don't we?
Everything we try to manage and, expect things from ourselves and everybody else. And when they don't go according to our expectation, we judge them as being bad.
Mm.
Okay. All right, next, Indira and Priyal from Toronto.
Good morning from Toronto, Ajaan. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Okay, Priyal, you can ask because there's a patient waiting. So
Yeah, I just had to show my drawback of my sensual desires. This is, I cut the rose, but I cut the finger by mistake.
No mindfulness. Not mistake. No mindfulness.
Zero mindfulness.
Your mind was somewhere else when you do that.
Yeah. I thought this was a rose, unfortunately, but maybe it's bad karma, the middle finger, I think. Okay, it's good.
Ajaan, I always say Priyal, he's very mindful when he's meditating, but when he's out of his meditation room, no mindfulness.
Unmindful person.
Mindless person.
Yes. Bhante, but the question I had about Asubha and Subha, it's I think it's a very good question at the beginning of the session. The Asubha is one you need to practice, but the Subha is one that over time, years, been engraved into our mind. Right? So it's you're fighting the two evil forces, but the good force is the Asubha, in other words, but we don't see as a good force to counteract the Subha, right? So they're always fighting in the mind.
Yes, the good force is still very weak in an infant, while the bad force is an adult.
Yeah.
So you need to develop
so you need
the good force to become an adult.
Feed, that's right. Feed the good force as much as possible to grow up, to be an adult. So, in other words, the sensual desire is defined as it's not the sensual objects out there. It is the sankalpa raga purusakama. It is the desire or the concepts you have in your mind, and we exaggerate on those like a prapanya and mental proliferation. And the more you proliferate, this becomes the inclination of our mind, as according to Sutta. So why we go after this, although we know it's Asubha, but we still go to the Subha Sanya. Our mind is inclined to the Subha Sanya because of our previous memories. Even it's not there Subha, but we exaggerate more Subha. Like it's like imagination is mostly more than what is out there.
Yes, this is the nature of greed.
Crime. Desire.
And your greed will expand the benefits of what you greed for. Like when you eat, you think you need 3 plates, to be full. But when you actually eat, you can only eat 1 plate of food. So when you have greed, you want more than what you need.
Even the taste there is not the taste we are really experiencing. It's imagine taste in the past or something we're looking for. And the real taste is not really, so we exaggerate and we cling to that idea of a taste, what a wonderful dish it was, right? Mostly it's the ongoing thinking, like proliferation or the prapanya causing this drawback.
Yes. It's our exaggeration of the truth of reality. When we want something, we try to exaggerate the benefits of the things that we want to have. But when you actually get it, then you say it's not that of a thing,
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Everything
so you had to
can be person or things. When you want something and you think, oh, they're so wonderful, you have to have it. But once you get it, you say, they're just nothing really.
So antidote for this is the insight anitya dukkha anatma, right? It doesn't belong. You can't no control.
See the true nature that however good they are, they're gonna have to change, and they have to they will deteriorate and turn bad, get old.
So it's our clinging that causes our suffering, not the object itself. To clinging to the object. So it is in essence, we are creating our own suffering at the end of the day.
Yeah. And the root cause is that we're not happy. We don't have happiness within ourselves. We don't have contentment. So when we don't have contentment, then we have to seek things to keep us happy. So that's why you have to meditate to make yourself happy. Once you're happy, then you can cut down your clinging, your cravings to things.
So the expectations we have, even about kids, like we expect something what we want, as you said previously, and the suffering is a result of our expectations are not met. That's our own doing inside our own mind.
That's right.
Always.
It's hard to see.
All the stress or unhappiness we have is not created by other people. It's created by our own cravings.
That's true. But it is easier to practice if you go into solitude. And the thing is, Ajaan, sometimes my mother turned 92 years, so like her memory is going, and she's like so very difficult at times. So I mean, the thing is, somebody has to do everything also. So I mean, the time for meditation, like before all this, like there was so much more time for meditation, and then it takes your time away from meditation. So you become unhappy a little bit, so more stress. So how do you manage during a time like this, Ajaan?
Well, you have to look at the reality. How much time you have to meditate, and just use that time that you're available to you. Don't expect more than what you can give.
Yes.
Your problem is you want more time for your meditation, but you cannot. It's still cravings, and it's the same problem.
Yes.
The cause of your problem is you want more time to meditate when you don't have that time. So you have to see how much time you have, and just be thankful for that time that you can have. And don't expect any more than that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ajaan.
Okay.
Thank you so much for always giving us this time. Thank you.
Right. Okay, we'll go to Indonesia now. To Lily.
Good evening, Ajaan. Today I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, go to Bangkok. B. Ravin.
Hi, good evening, Prajan. Yeah, I was listening to your conversation just now, and I was just doing some self-reflection, and I realized one thing, on the 5 precepts. It's actually our defilements are really clever at finding excuses for us to break it, And I was reflecting on my own personal experience with the 5th precept when I was, in college, and, they said, to avoid drinking, but actually nobody actually forced me to drink. It's just my defilements would always say, it's okay, social drinking, And looking back in retrospect now, I realized that if I had stronger mindfulness, I would have actually resisted. Not saying that I've completely stopped drinking, but I believe I'm at a point where I believe one day I will stop. But what the takeaway is, defilements are very clever to, hide themselves.
Yes, you also lack wisdom to see the effects of drinking on yourself, on your mind, and on your body. It's always, you have adverse effect on your mouth, on your body and your mind when you drink. And alcohol is like poison, but you don't call it poison, that's all. But it's hurting your body and hurting your mind because it makes you become having no mindfulness. So you have to use wisdom. Think of the consequence of drinking, what you get from drinking. When you get drunk, you cannot control yourself. If you drive, you can get a ticket, or you get into an accident. But there's no, what your defilement doesn't want to to accept this truth thing. Because your mind need drinking to what you call get rid of your stress. You feel stressful, and you feel that by drinking will help eliminate your stress. But it does briefly, and after a few hours, it come back again. Your stress come back again. So you have to keep drinking more and more. If you're not careful, until you become addicted, even when you're not stressful, you feel stressful because you're not drinking.
Yes.
So you have to think of the consequences of drinking. What you will get from it. The good side and the bad side, which is more harmful. Which one is more the benefit of the harm that come to you? And your body can get sick, because of drinking. Too much drinking can cause you kidney problem, liver problem, whatever.
Yes, indeed. And I believe it's important to not drink at all, because when we drink, even though it's a little bit, the defilements will find an excuse to say, it's okay, try a bit more. And then it can spiral out of control.
Yeah, by that time, you throw away your restraint and say, what the hell?
Yes, so that was my reflection, Prajaan, and I realized that, mindfulness has to be there, and wisdom is very important, because the truth is there's no benefit at all from drinking. And actually, I like what you said to Kun Somchai just now. Why not drink orange juice? I mean, it's a drink. Yeah. It helps to quench, my thirst. So,
but it doesn't get rid of your stress. That's all.
Actually, I think stress is induced by the defilements. Defilements think that by drinking alcohol, you get rid of stress, when actually it's not. The root cause is actually lack of wisdom, like Prajaan just said.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so stop drinking then.
Yes. I'm trying very hard. I'm almost there now. I've actually stopped buying drinks into the house now. So I have no chance of drinking at home. The only chance I can drink is outside. So at least one barrier cleared.
Why not clear them all? You still have people that you have to associate with, and they drink and they ask you to drink.
Yes, and I know. I'm working on that, Prajaan. I know it's an excuse, but I will keep motivating myself and think about what you said.
So the Buddha said, choose your friend wisely.
Yeah.
Don't associate with people who are not wise or sensible.
Yes, indeed. That's wise words.
Mangala Sutta, the first two verses. Don't associate with the foolish people. With foolish people, associate with the wise.
And wise people are people who keep the precepts.
Yeah. Okay. Any question?
None so far, Prajaan, but thank you for your teaching. It helped me to self-reflect. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Go to Aparajita from Dubai.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Greetings to you.
I don't have any questions today, and I've been thinking about what you've been saying and doing my practice, a little bit more regular chanting, so I feel good.
Yes, good. Just try to stop thinking as much as possible. Think only when you really have to. Okay, no question today.
No question.
Okay, go to USA, Idaho, Tipawan.
Ajahn, your teaching is so powerful. So I feel like I live lighter and see myself that it's not good. I have like between the 5th precept, I had that for a long time, and I tried to get to the 8th precept, but I only have like 3 to 6 or 7 months a year. And after I listening to your Dhammatalk, even here in the other side of your Dhammatalk, so I see myself that there's so many things that I miss, and I don't see myself as clean, even in my minds, and I get tired of it. Tired in the way of you see things as a facts of life, it's a noble truth. And have you try harder? But like the other person said, it's about you. Being with many people surrounded is good, but make yourself as a servant. And yeah, I have learned a lot. Your teaching is powerful, and I will try harder. But I found out that the time is limited, and many things I have, it should be a good example in a good, and it's hard to express myself, and all I want to say thank you to you very, very much indeed, and also the rest of us here. I realize that it's not 10 minutes a day. Every breath that I have is so valuable. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Instead of saying thank you, just keep doing the practice. The Buddha said, pay our gratefulness by practice, following his teaching. Okay, we'll go to Gansita. Gansita, where are you from?
Namaskar, Papa Ajahn. I'm in Thailand, in Bangkok. Like, as last week, I cannot get in the Zoom, so I just come by to
say hello, pay respect.
Yeah, I have no question today.
Okay, yeah, just keep listening then. Okay, we'll go to Evie, Indonesia. You look different tonight. Evie? No, not Evie. I'm not sure.
Yes, this is me actually because I tied my hair.
You shave your head, huh?
You know.
How come? What happened?
No, I just sit in my wardrobe and the wardrobe is black and I tie my hair just like no hair.
I see. Trying to deceive me, huh?
Ajahn, I want to ask, regard when B. Revin asking about drinking. I see my brother also had that experience that one time he found it very difficult to refuse friend invitation to drinking. So he followed them drinking even though he said this is not, he know this is not right. But now he is not drinking again because he know this is addiction. And the addiction is very hard to overcome. So he helped to erase this addiction with meditation. How can it will be, Ajahn?
Yes, meditation is a very powerful tool to overcome all forms of addiction. Because if you can meditate and you can have happiness from meditation, then you can stop everything else. You can give up everything else.
Yeah, now he is refused all friend invitation. He said, I can cure myself, my addiction with meditation. So it seems like a little magical, yeah. But I see that, yeah, this is right. Meditation can erase our bad addiction. But
yes, if you can meditate, then you can give up everything.
But in explanation, I don't know this. I don't know this is permanently he reviews the drinking for permanent or for temporary lah. How to erase, overcome this forever from within, Ajahn?
Well, you just have to stop and never go back. That's all. Never restart drinking.
Because I feel he, when doesn't meditate again, he will still doing it secretly, like many people experience. And until now, he still meditate lah. But what if someday he didn't meditate again? I don't guarantee that he will come back to that addiction again.
Okay.
So to kill this addiction from within forever with no meditation, how to do, Ajahn?
With wisdom, use wisdom. Say you're hurting yourself by drinking. You're hurting your body. You're hurting your mind. You're not doing any benefit for your body or your mind.
Yeah.
And you'll die younger. You'll die younger.
Yeah. This case, I see the meditation is very powerful to overcome this addiction. Yeah, it's really. Yeah.
Are you back in Medan now? Or are you still?
Yeah, I just come back yesterday.
Okay.
I just come back.
Enjoy your trip.
Yeah, I enjoy.
And it's all gone now. All the enjoyment of your trip is all gone now.
It's all gone and come back to basic, back to our routine.
Not like meditation. Meditation will stay with you.
Yeah, much meditation. But today I haven't yet meditated.
Do it now. Do it now. Okay.
I must do it for half hour. Okay lah.
Okay. I'll go to somebody else. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Ajahn. Thank you.
Go to Dean in London. You also shave your head, Dean.
Good evening, Ajahn, Ajahn. Yes, I met at what Sri Intra Atula with Nongpo Tongin and Nongpo Songmai and Nongpo Mana. They say they know you. So I'm here.
Where, in Thailand or in London?
In Crawley, it's south of London. Nongpo Tongin has started the Dhammatalk branch here, and he's here for 4 weeks. And that's why I came here to stay. And of course, they asked me to shave. I will give you better news in the next few weeks. But I'm actually, I have to rush from doing the chores and the work, and I have to go back to take care of Longpo Tongin because he takes the afternoon treatment, and I might have to rush. But I'm so glad you switched me on, and because I just want to show my gratitude to your continual care and teaching. I thought I will share a few Thai words with English translation that I think is very close to the Bante's heart in Thailand. I learned quite a few things in these few weeks. It's things like Nasai, which is the habit, and Nisai, yes. Yes. And then there's Ajahn Tonging focus this the whole community knows, Laksajai, which is looking after your
Take
heart.
care of your mind.
And another one is Sapaya.
Sapaya.
And all. And for myself, where I study, and this word during my chores and through the past few days, it came about to remind me that I'm doing the right thing, something very basic. I want to share with this community because I just goes to say the word. It's the Yoniso Manasikara is very important. Yes, Yoniso, the proper attitude, the careful consideration. I think I didn't know about this. I did this since when I was young. If you put an extra care inside to consider, then you use your energy very well, very carefully, and it's more skillful. And this I did for many years not knowing. That's why it brought me to meet you and meet all the monks. So and one more thing is a question I want to ask you to point me, which is a continuation from the previous that instruction of asking me, Dean, you focus on samatha, go inside there. And I went to look at it for the past 2 weeks. Ajahn, I understand now that contemplation and studying the teaching and all that has its place. But I think as I go deeper, I realize it's a danger to be stuck in samatha. But specifically, I ask for your instruction. You point me to focus in recharging the battery, I remember. And as I go in, I realize that proportionately for me, I can't say for other people, I need a lot more of the jhana practice. The thinking part, I can slow down and stop. I don't think I will be stuck in samatha. I don't know, but I think I need to strengthen my jhana deeper and deeper because all the Nopals here also point this simply. So your advice in that. So I'm going towards this, whether I'm doing the chores or sitting meditation throughout the day. Is this okay?
Yes, you haven't yet have enough meditation yet. You haven't yet have enough samatha yet. So you need to do a lot more samatha first. So don't worry about being addicted, to samatha. You haven't got enough samatha yet, so you need to develop more. Yes, you should be able to meditate all day long. If you still struggle every time you meditate, then it means you haven't yet got samatha, got enough samatha. You should be able to meditate anytime you want and become calm as quickly as you meditate. As soon as you meditate, your mind starts to become calm. Then it means you have enough samatha. Or else, if you still struggle trying to calm your mind, then it's not yet. You're not there yet, as far as samatha is concerned.
Does this also include?
Yeah, so don't worry about being addicted to samatha. You haven't yet got samatha to be addicted in the first place.
Yes. Okay, I understand. Does this also include when I'm doing things in movement?
When you do things, you use mindfulness.
I see.
Be mindful of what you do, every movement of your body.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Ajahn. Thank you very much, Ajahn. I hope to see you again.
Yeah, I hope you advance in your practice.
Yes. Gratitude to you, Ajahn. Thanks.
We'll go to Karis chair. Where are you from?
Hello, Ajahn. I'm from Indonesia.
Okay. Any question tonight?
Yes, thank you very much. This is the first time I joined the live Zoom. Before, I have just listening from the live Facebook. This is very important thing for me to ask Ajahn. Because now I am doing some renovation in my shop building. I have a 4-story shop building, which I running the business there before, but it has been ended because of COVID. It's 1.5 years. It's abandoned, and now this problem is that the whole building at the ceiling and the warehouse at the roof, that it has been contaminated by a termite. So now I'm trying to not sell there's somebody want to rent this place, so I had to make it clean for them. And now I have a dilemma, because if I have to remove all this termite, I have to call the pest control. That means they are going to kill all the termites using the termicide and sometimes like that. So I'm confused how to deal with it. These 3 days I'm staying at this shop building. I just try to send metta and reading parita and khanda parita like that. But I also try to remove all the unnecessary things, a lot of paper and cardboard in the warehouse. But I see there are a lot of termite there. So it is being dilemma for me. If I call the pest control, that means, did I break the first precept, killing a lot of termites there? I hope for enlightenment, Ajahn. Thank you.
Well, first of all, what do you want? You want to keep the precept, or you want to keep the building? You cannot have them both. You have to understand this. If you want to keep the precept, then you have to let the building, give it to the termites. This is speaking in absolute terms, okay? But speaking from practicality, there is more or less a technical way of going around things, which is, as long as you don't tell the termite people directly to do it,
yes,
and they somehow volunteer to do it themselves, then you're not breaking the precept this way.
Oh, okay.
If you kill yourself or tell somebody else to kill it for you, this is breaking the precepts. But if you let somebody know that you want to clean this building and somebody is making a living out of this and volunteer to do it, then you're not breaking the precept.
I see.
See what I mean? As long as you don't tell the person, as long as you don't tell the company, I want you to eliminate the termites for me. But if you just talk to them and tell them of your problem, say, I got termite, I don't know what to do. And if the company people say, oh, we do this service for you, then that's the business. Right?
Oh, okay, I see. I got the point. I try to think like this. I don't want to call the pest control, but I want to call some building contractor, because I want to remove all the things, to change the ceiling from the common wood ceiling, change into the hollow base, that one, so that I have to change it. So when they are changing it, of course, they will remove all the woods from the building and change to a better one. With that intention, without calling any pest control, maybe I feel that I don't intend to kill all the termite. Is it okay, Ajahn?
As long as you don't do it yourself or tell somebody else to do it for you directly.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ajahn. Thank you.
If the contractor decide to do it on their own, then that's their business.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
But if they ask you what should they do, then you say you don't. You should say you don't know. Okay. You can say it's up to you, but I cannot tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Okay. I think that's all the people we have in the room. So we'll go to questions from Facebook or YouTube.
Yes, there are one question from Gmail name Assistant Ajaan Suchart and 5 questions from Facebook. The first question is from Maka. I get tightness on my forehead and nasal bridge during anapanasati and headache after meditation session. Please advise what's wrong with me. Thank you.
It means your mindfulness is not strong enough yet to focus on your breath. So you should try to practice more mindfulness before you meditate. I try to be mindful all day. Try to focus on your body activity or recite a mantra before you meditate. And when you meditate, you still find it difficult. Instead of using your breath, focusing on your breath, you can use chanting instead. You can chant first for maybe 15-20 minutes or until your mind feels calmer and able to focus on your breath. Then you can watch your breath. Otherwise, if you try to watch your breath and try to force your mind to watch, you can get adverse effect from it.
Next question from Jiao Chang. Ajahn, a friend invited me to go to Bangkok to attend Kathina at some wats. I'm so hesitant to go as this will eat up my time to meditate. What is Ajah's view on this? Thank you.
Well, see, the benefit you get from Kathina and the benefit you get from meditation are different. You get more benefit from meditation than you get from Kathina. So for your mind, you get more happiness from meditating than you get happiness from Kathina. So it's up to you what kind of happiness you want.
Next questions from Andy. Ajahn, how does meditation delete the boring? Thank you.
Because when your mind becomes calm, then you forget about what makes you feel bored. It's what you keep thinking about something that makes you boring. So when you meditate, you stop thinking about things, and that makes you bored.
Next question from Christine. Dear Ajahn, can bad karma be reduced through your dreams? Thank you.
No. Your bad karma has to be reduced by you paying the consequence. When the consequence of your karma takes effect, then your bad karma will reduce.
Last 2 questions from Terry. Good evening, Ajahn. Is it mandatory or strictly necessary for a practitioner to ease both their palms on their feet while sitting in silence? This sitting posture is giving me a shoulder blade nerve pinch pain. Is it okay to try out and watch other sitting posture? For your guidance, thank you, Ajahn.
Well, sitting cross-legged, like the posture of the Buddha image, is the most ideal position for meditation. But if you find it difficult to sit in that position, then you can try any other way, any other posture. There's no, but effectively, the best way is to sit the way the Buddha said. The Buddha images sit cross-legged.
And next questions from Terry. Dear Ajahn, in the Satipatthana Sutta, when it is said, example, here Bhikkhu, a Bhikkhu lives contemplating the body in the body, ardent, clearly comprehending and mindful, having overcome in this world. What does it mean by contemplating the body in the body? For your kind guidance, Ajahn. Thank you, Ajahn.
It means contemplating the nature of the body, such as the body is impermanent. It will get old, get sick, and die. Or that the body is a super, not beautiful, by contemplating on the 32 parts of the body, or when the body becomes a corpse. This is what it meant by contemplating the body in the body.
That's all, Ajahn.
That's all. Okay. We have a few more minutes left. Anybody would like to ask any question, you are welcome to raise your hand and unmute the microphone. Okay. Vanessa, you just came in? Didn't see you before, sorry.
Hi, Ajahn. My name is Vanessa. I'm from Indonesia. This is the first time I meet you, Ajahn.
Okay, good to see you.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Yeah, today I have a question. So on daily life, sometimes we get criticism from others, right? Or feedback. And then how sometimes those feedbacks are required for us to grow. But sometimes I find it a bit difficult to know how to react appropriately to that feedback. And sometimes we become overthink and sometimes can fall into like a cyclical overthinking and hence depression. So I want to get like Ajahn view on this, like how can we prevent ourselves from getting into that state of not feeling worthy or lack of confidence because of the words from others.
The best way is not to react to anybody's criticism. Just listen. You are what you are. They cannot change you by what they say. If you find that yourself is not good enough, then you should do improvement yourself. But people cannot change you, cannot say you're bad when you are good. Or when you're good and they say you're bad. Or when you're bad and they say you're good, they cannot change you from bad to good. Okay? Just don't react, just listen and then let it be. Let it go. Understand? Okay? Same way with praises. Some people can praise you and don't get overly happy. Just listen and say, okay, that's what they want to say. Don't react to praise or criticism. Just listen and let it be. Let it come and go. That's the best way.
And probably we should distance ourselves from those people that are always making us down when we meet them.
That's right. The purpose of life is to be happy, right? So you want to be close to people who makes you happy, if you can. But you cannot find anybody close to make you happy, then it's better to be alone and be happy alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way is to be happy alone. Because people can change. People who makes you happy can also make you sad. They change.
And another question, Ajahn. When you doing meditation, right? Sometimes I feel that there's something moving around the heart. Do I
ignore? Concentrate just concentrate on your meditation and disregard everything else. Okay. Don't pay attention to them. They're just created by your mind.
Oh, okay. That's all my question, Ajahn. Thank you, Ajahn.
You're from Indonesia. Which part of Indonesia?
I'm actually born in Medan, but I'm living in Semarang currently.
I see. Okay. Have you been to Thailand before?
Not yet, Ajahn.
Okay. Good to see you.
Hope Ajahn can come to Indonesia one day and meet with Ajahn.
Wow, I'm already there with you right now.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Anybody else would like to ask any question? Okay, B, Ravin.
Just a quick one, Ajahn. Clarification on the 8th precept. Does it mean we cannot sleep on any mattress, or we cannot sleep on a mattress that is higher than a certain amount?
Well, ideally not to sleep on any mattress, just sleep on a mat, hard floor, to prevent you from being too comfortable when you sleep. Because it will make, if you're comfortable, then you tend to sleep more than you should. But if you find that it's necessary to have something to prevent the cool that coming from the floor can affect your health, then you might have maybe a layer of blanket or something to to do that with, but not for comfort, for health reason. Okay.
Right. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Anybody else? All right. If nobody else have any more questions, I think we can call this meeting to a close. Thank you very much for your participation. I hope you enjoy your being here and learn something from it and use it to help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, be safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. May the blessing of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha be with you all. Goodbye.
สาธุ
สาธุเจ้าค่ะ
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.